Hi, good evening. Yes, it's Wednesday night again. All right. Yeah. Let's see if it's live now. If there's anyone watching, oh, it's fast. Okay, it's going live now. Right. Let's wait for some feedback. Okay, from this Facebook Live itself. Okay, how have you guys been doing? Well, I hope you had a great Christmas. I personally, I'm sure, like Kong Yu, okay, and the family itself, okay, really had a very nice, warm, okay, and also I would say funny lah, okay, Christmas celebration. All right, so if there's anyone tuning in, okay, right now, okay, do drop me a note to let me know that that you can hear me, okay, that you can see the visual is clear and the sound is clear, okay. Just do a sound check with me first, okay, just in case, right? There might be some technical issues. Hi Chang Feng, hi Peggy, okay, hi Jen Ho, hello, okay. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Of course, tonight's session itself is all regarding or relating to Feng Shui activation. Peggy, it's so nice to see you on live, okay. Of course, I always see Chang Feng, Jen Ho, okay, going on live on my Facebook. I've not seen you for quite some time. It's very, very nice here that this few live, this few live after Egypt that I see you personally here as well. Susan T, Sasa Chin, clear and loud. Thank you so much, right? So yeah, right, Romex, hi, okay, right, Romex, okay, thank you for tuning in. Hope all of you had a very, very, I would say, a blessed, okay, merry, sort of like Christmas, okay. Oh yes, Peggy, I think I saw a message saying that you have actually, in a way, delivered your Christmas gift, all right, to Chang Feng and Sok Yi. Thank you so much. All right, I can't wait to actually get my hand hold of it. Hi Jenny, how was your swimming pool relaxation? Okay, I saw that as well. Okay, so nice looking at the mountain. Right, Peggy Ang, my notification hilang. Well, now I hope it's settled and I'm on time for all your live. All right, yeah, hope that all of you, okay, can favorite. I forgot that I don't have the video here to show you. Okay, so you can click, okay, on the three dot on the Facebook page, okay, that you like or you follow, okay, on my account, and then you go into like notifications. Instead of by default, you change it to favorite. So hopefully it will actually, in a way, appear whenever I randomly appear, okay, going Facebook Live or sharing with you some information. As you know, this is a time, this is a season, okay, not Christmas, not New Year, but this is a season of a transition into a lunar or also a solar New Year. Okay, so you know that in terms of like Chinese transition, when the New Year is about to begin, there will be a lot of like, okay, sharings, preparations, okay, getting ourselves ready, prepare, okay, and also of course Feng Shui activation. So I might actually come up with some random shares, okay, on my Facebook. So it will be good, okay, for all of you to ensure that you turn your notifications onto favorite so you won't miss out any of the sharings or any special dates, okay, that I discover and I wanted to share with all of you. Thank you so much, okay, VCVL Vivian Chan, okay, yeah, I know it's Vivian there. All right, thank you so much all of you for tuning in. Right, so tonight's session itself is all about Feng Shui activation. Different types for different purposes, okay? I have shared this before, but I know that many of you here are new, okay, to my page. So I would really want to actually share it again, okay? So in case those of you, if you have like, any questions, okay, you want to understand more about Feng Shui activation and how to set up, because upcoming year in 2023, in conjunction or preparations for the upcoming period 9 as well, there will be a totally new Feng Shui setup, okay, that I want to introduce to all of you. Of course, I will dedicate another Facebook Live to that, okay, nearer to the date, just right before the auspicious date to do the setup, okay, and the dates itself, I'm in a way gotten it all ready to share with all of you during my Feng Shui Astrology Annual Talk, all right? So for those of you who are tuning in right now, okay, so please, okay, I hope that you can help me to share this session out, okay, on your Facebook so that it can actually help me to reach out, okay, to more people. Okay, Vivian, all right, looking forward to the most comprehensive Feng Shui activation for the year. But Vivian, don't get it wrong, tonight I'm not sharing the date. But I suppose, Vivian, you have gotten the ticket to the Feng Shui Annual Talk, okay, Feng Shui Astrology Annual Talk itself for 2023. In that session itself, I'm going to share about the date. Now tonight, I'm going to talk about the different types, okay, of Feng Shui activation that all of you need to understand, because during the talk, I only have one full day. The There's so many informations I want to share with you. I can only give you the dates, okay, and what type of activation to be done. I will not have time to explain to you why this activation, how is it done, and how to actually set it up. Okay, as I mentioned, I'll be introducing to you in 2023 a new Feng Shui setup, okay, where it comes to the Feng Shui activation. I'm going to explain to you in this particular sharing itself. All of you here, or most of you here, already in a way master the skill of water activation, I suppose, I hope, okay? So water activation is something that I've been doing, like in a way, like every year itself, and especially aggressively since 2020 when the Great Conjunction happened, and also in terms of this year itself when the, what we call the Grand Centurion portal opens, right? And the upcoming years itself also, we will be aggressively using the water activation. But, okay, in this particular upcoming year, I will be introducing one way of setting up a fire activations, a long-term fire activations, okay, which I'll briefly introduce you about it, okay, on this particular episode, and in a way set another particular Facebook Live, okay, to go into the setting up in detail. All right, so yeah. Alright, so all of you, okay, so hope you have helped me to share this out so that it can help me to reach out to more people. And now I'm going to share with you firstly, okay, in terms of Feng Shui activations. Now, we all know every time it comes to Feng Shui, it comes to Ba-zi, okay, right, Chinese astrology, okay, even Chinese medicine, we talk about the 5 elements. Now, Feng Shui also is the same thing, okay, we constantly want to talk about the 5 elements. We activate using the 5 elements method of balancing the Qi. But first of all, we need to understand in terms of Feng Shui perspective, what are these 5 elements, okay? How is it derived, all right? So first of all of you will know, 金木水火土 in terms of Chinese, we have metal, we have wood, okay? We have water, we have fire, and we have earth, okay? But out of these 5 elements itself, how is it relating to the energy in our surrounding, okay? How is it in a way, all right, in a way affecting us when it comes to a Feng Shui or the energy of our surrounding, okay? So we must know that whenever we talk about using metal element to activate, okay, or using earth element or using water element, it's not just because like using these elements because it's available naturally on earth. It is also because, okay, in all astrology, not only Chinese metaphysics, in all astrology, in all spirituality, we believe that, okay, this particular phrase, okay, that it mentions as above, so below, okay, right, as within, so without. So we understand that whatever minerals, natural, I would say, elements that we find on earth here, out of the 5 elements, we have earth, okay? We have crystals, we have minerals, we have earth, okay? That is on earth, okay, from like Mother Earth itself, okay? So that is the element of earth, all right? The soil, okay? The rocks that we are talking about. That is the element of earth. Now, we have fire, okay, that exists every day, okay, on earth itself. We see, okay, the sunrise, okay, in the energy of the sun, right? We also see, okay, fire existing in terms of the energy of the lightning, okay, right? During thunder and all that, lightning strikes, okay, and you have real fire, setting up fire that burns, bush fire, the fire that we use for cooking, candle fire and all that. Those are all fire element, okay? We also have metal element. Metal elements are all our like metal minerals that we have unearthed from the Mother Earth itself. We have metal, we have like gold, we have silver, we have like bronze, okay, right? We have all sorts of this metal or metallic element, okay, that is existing on earth. We also have water, okay, streams, river, mists, okay, rains, all this being in a way, all right, available on earth, and also of course all the trees, the plantations, okay, right, all the Chinese New Year, okay, whatever Mandarin trees, okay, those like auspicious trees that you are getting yourself, okay, those are wood element. Now, if we find it on earth, okay, understanding the theory, okay, when it comes to Feng Shui principle or any other, I would say, astrology principle, including spirituality, right, the phrase of as above, so below, vice versa. So whatever that we find here on earth, okay, we need to know that, okay, it is also existing, okay, in the sky, in the air, or in the space, right? Because as above, so below, it's a reflection, a yin and yang, a mirror, okay, of something. So all these elements that we use for Feng Shui activation to align the Qi or energy, we are talking about the energy that somehow affects us from the stars. Right, when you talk about your 12 zodiac animal, okay, every year itself, okay, where's the Grand Duke Jupiter, how is it going to impact you, auspicious stars, inauspicious stars, all this we talk about the constellations, the alignment of the stars or the planetary alignments, the sun and the moon, all right? So due to this itself, we know that in space, okay, outer atmosphere of the earth itself, okay, there are also sets of all these 5 elements which is of existence. And of course, the one, okay, that is nearest to our solar systems, okay, are the planets in our own solar systems itself. Now, first of all, tonight we are going to look at the first, I would say, 5 planets which is nearest to Earth, in the, I would say, nearest to the Sun as well. These are the 5 planets, okay, they are nearest, okay, orbiting around the Sun, which is the star in our solar system. Now, this is where we have the 5 elements chi, or energy that is impacting Earth itself. So this is the first layer, the nearest 5 elements to Earth. Okay, nearest 5 elements. Why I say nearest 5 elements? Because we know that just now we mentioned as above, so below. Whenever we see all the stars or planetary alignment, okay, all right, in the outer space, we also see its existence or the energy existing on Earth. That's how Feng Shui works, or any astrology works, okay? So these are the 5 elements nearest to us. When I say nearest to us, because there's another phrase to the concept, right? Another phrase that talks about besides as above, so below, it also says about as within, so without, okay? Now, it means that, okay, in terms of Feng Shui principles itself, now these are, in a way, the 5 fundamental or nearest planets that impact us, okay, in terms of its chi or energy of the 5 elements. Besides these 5 planets itself, okay, we also have whatever that is without. Remember, this is within our solar system, inside the solar system. So whatever that's within, we will also see a mirror image that is without, that is outside of our solar system. That's why when you learn Feng Shui, okay, those of you who are my students for Feng Shui and all that, we talk about the flying stars. We talk about the elements of the flying stars in reflections to the northern Big Dipper constellations of stars, okay, or the Pak Tau Seng, we call it the Big Dipper. Because the Big Dipper, we talk about different solar systems that form the Big Dippers itself, and that is the reflection out of our own solar system, which is a solar system consisting of the Sun and also the Earth and the rest of these planets. I hope you're following me, okay? So by understanding this, we know that, okay, the principle as below, so above, as within, so without. So here are the within, the nearest elements that's impacting the chi or the chi flow on Earth every, I would say, year itself, okay, when it is transitioning into a new year. But this is also correlating to whatever that is without, means outside of our solar system, okay? So that is in a way correlating to the Big Dipper, okay, or the Pak Tau Seng, all right? So now we see that we have Mercury, we have Venus, we have Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, where you see Earth here is in between. Now, this is in a way in relations to its actual size. Now, first of all, we just a brief understanding, okay? So here is like Mercury. Why is it relating to water? So now we have to understand why when we talk about water, the chi of water or the energy of water, it is relating to Mercury, okay? So you can do more research about this, okay? But in general, I understand that when we do research about Mercury, it is also one of the fastest planet to complete its orbit around the Sun. Why? Because it's nearest to the Sun itself. So it's moving very fast and also moving very, in a way, eccentric. Okay, so you can see that, all right, if you do research, Mercury is one of the planets, okay, that has the most eccentric orbit, okay, or around the solar system itself, comparatively to the rest of the planets, okay, because that's why you get the most of Mercury retrograde. You know, Mercury retrograde is actually when you see the position from Earth itself looking at Mercury, because it's moving so fast and the orbit is, in a way, completion of the orbit is like, no way, like so small, right? It's the nearest to the Sun. There are certain times that you can see here, okay, from the Earth itself looking out as if that, okay, can we see that again? All right. Okay, so you can see that from the Earth looking out, right, okay, you can see that now, okay, the Mercury is as if going in a reverse cycle. So when it goes on a reverse cycle like this, okay, that is when it generates, okay, the impact of Mercury retrograde. And when it goes reverse like this, it is in a way, is creating what we call a tidal wave. The energy is like a tidal wave. It's going in loop, all right? So with that energy itself resembling the water energy, okay, going back and forth like the sea wave itself. So therefore, Mercury is a planet, okay, that governs the chi of water. All right, now I'm not going to go through all the planets showing you exactly, okay, this one, all right, all this you can in a way do research on your own, but I would just want you to understand, because a lot of times, right, if you're Feng Shui students, okay, you learn about Feng Shui, right, you go to different teachers, okay, they will tell you, oh, put this element there, put that element there, oh, your house, this sector, they have the 5 yellow, which is element of the earth, okay, which is bad, which is calamatic, okay, right, and you have to deal with it. So in the first place, you have to understand why is that 5 yellow is Earth? What internal, what we call internal, okay, solar system planets that is relating to? What external, as within, so without, okay? What external mirror effect to the North Dipper or the Big Dipper itself that is reflecting to? In terms of a real Feng Shui students that studies under me, these are the things that you need to understand, all right? So now you understand that Mercury is relating to water. That's why you say in terms of astrology, right, they say that planet Mercury governs water chi or water energy. Now it comes to Venus, okay? So the orbital of Venus itself, comparatively to the rest of the planet, Venus is the one, okay, that actually in a way keeps or orbiting in the most, I would say, circle or near to circle, because a lot of these particular planets itself, right, they are orbiting not in a circle form, okay, not in a sphere form. It's like in a way elongated. But Venus here, okay, is the one that is in a way nearest to circle. And you know circle, okay, or round is the shape of metal, okay? That's why Venus is relating to metal. Now, if you go really like, research into it, Venus here has also in a way a pattern, a resonance pattern with Earth itself. Right, there are certain planets here, okay, that has a pattern together. The resonance, the wave of the sound, okay, that vibrates, okay, as the same pattern. Like Jupiter and Saturn, it has a certain resonance pattern together, and Venus and Earth has a particular patterns, okay, that vibrates together. Now, that sense, that making it, because you see, Venus being metal here, okay, has a highest chance or form or ability to impact, okay, the mass element on Earth, okay, the biggest element, the biggest compound, okay, that is on Earth, which is water element. It means that Venus has a highest chance to also impact, okay, on the resonant wave, okay, or the energy, okay, of the water on Earth itself. So overall, Venus has also, in a way, the highest chance to impact on humans' emotion. That's why Venus is also, in a way, regardless of the goddess of what? Love, okay, emotions, right, moving emotions and all that, because of the sound wave that is vibrating when it comes to the planetary alignment, all right? But I'm not going to go deep into that. You can do more research about this, all right? So therefore, Venus is relating to metal element. Now we look at Mars over here, okay? Mars is a planet, it is small, okay? And it's also a planet that now you see it, now you don't, right? Because Mars itself, right, not all the time you see it very clearly in the night sky, right? Sometimes you see it's blinking like a fire, like a candlelight flick, okay? Right? Sometimes it is like, in a way, very, very dim that you hardly can see it, right? Sometimes it appears very brightly, okay, in the night sky itself. So therefore, the image of Mars itself, where sometimes it's bright, sometimes it's dim, sometimes you almost can't see it, sometimes it's burning very brightly, that in a way resonates with the energy of fire. Right, Ting fire especially, okay? Because Ping fire or the sun fire represented by the star of our solar system, which is the sun. So the Mars here represents fire, which is Ting fire, okay? And then of course you look at Jupiter. Now look at the size here, you know that Jupiter is massive. It's the biggest planet in our solar system, okay? It's huge, many, many times bigger than Earth. Therefore, Jupiter is also well known for its very, very strong gravitational pull. It has a very strong gravity, okay, that will pull a lot of mass into it, right? Therefore, now Jupiter is relating to wood. Then why? Okay, now when I do a research, there are two reasons that I see why Jupiter are in a way are regarded as the element of wood. Wood, which represents the element of growth, of life, okay? That is wood. So if you study, okay, the planets itself and orbiting around the sun, now Jupiter is the only planet in our solar system where the barycenter is like almost like the center of the gravity between the planet and the sun. All right, so if you measure, you can search about this, okay? If you measure between Mercury and the sun, the barycenter means the center of the gravity, it is still within the sun itself, okay? Why? Because the sun is huge, it's massive. So if you compare between Mercury and the sun, the center of gravity is still, okay, within the sun. If you compare Venus or Mars or Earth or Saturn, okay, right, it is still in a way falls within, okay, the perimeter of the sun, inside the sun itself, the center of gravity between the two planets, except for Jupiter. Because Jupiter, okay, is also on its own a very a big planet itself, okay, with a very strong gravitational pull, okay. So if you measure this particular center of gravity, you will find that Jupiter and the sun itself, the barycenter is the only one which is in a way recorded out of the sun. It means that it is recorded out, okay, from the perimeter or from the surface of the sun itself. It actually appears out, protruding out, okay, right? When something protrudes out, okay, it's something like a growth, like a breakthrough. It expands out, okay? So everything else is within except for Jupiter. It expanded out, outside from where it's supposed to be like the rest. So therefore, Jupiter, due to this reason, I can see that, okay, it always represents something that goes beyond, okay, something goes further, something that goes in a way breakthrough, okay, everything that's relating to wood element, right, that's Jupiter. And if you do read about like what the NASA's, okay, or some of the websites or scientific websites are saying, okay, right, thanks to Jupiter, okay, Earth is formed, okay? Jupiter is formed, if I'm not mistaken, is like probably like 4.5 billion years ago, many billion years ago, okay? It is formed, okay? And when it's newly formed, Earth is not in existence yet. But due to its massive size and also strong gravitational pull, it pulls some of the, I would say, planets into form, okay? And not only that, okay, you will see that scientists has in a way research that thanks to Jupiter, Earth exists. Not only that, but thanks to Jupiter, life on Earth in a way are able to be sustained, right? Because due to its massive big planet, okay, and its strong gravity pull, it serves almost like a vacuum cleaner in our solar system. So imagine all the asteroids, okay, all this like dust in the space, okay, that's going so fast, okay. It, in a way, most of the time, misses Earth itself, okay, it missed to collide on Earth itself. Due to Jupiter, it's like a suction of vacuum cleaner that keep on, in a way, sucking all these things towards its direction, all right? So therefore, due to the existence of Jupiter, life in a way has a chance to exist, to expand and to grow. All right, so therefore Jupiter is relating to wood element. All right, and then of course the last one is earth element. Now earth element is the outermost comparatively to these first 5 planets, okay? It's the furthest away from the sun. Therefore Saturn is also the element that moves, okay, the slowest among all or the rest, okay? It took them probably about like 29 years, Earth year 29.5 if I'm not mistaken, okay, 29.5 Earth years to make one, okay, orbit around the sun. All right, so therefore Saturn is the one that moves the slowest. Therefore, it is the most stable, the slowest, and it is relating to the energy of Earth. So first of all, you need to understand. Hi, okay, Mr. Lim. Hi, Sirius. Just now, if I'm not mistaken, I saw Jennifer there saying hi as well, okay? All right, so yeah, all of you, I hope that you can help me to share this session out, okay? So that it can reach out to more people. And of course, this session is all fully sponsored by J Group, Building Dreams Together. I'm also going to share with you, right, some of these particular activations tonight itself, okay? How to see whether the activations work or not, how to choose, okay, whatever to use, okay, and different types to use for different purposes. And one of the photo is actually Jennifer Yap's photo, okay, because she shared with me a recent incident that have happened in her office. All right, so now that you understand about how these energy are affected by the planets in our solar system, All right, so once you understand this, the next thing is we want to come to a Feng Shui Qi activation. We need to understand, like, what sort of activations that we're talking about, Feng Shui activations, what does it mean, and what are the elements, okay, that we are using, okay? So now we want to talk about the Feng Shui Qi activations, okay? All together, now Feng Shui activations, in short, every time we talk about Feng Shui activations, but in actual fact itself, okay, there are so many different types of activation, okay? Every types of activations, these are the most common one, the ones that in a way I will normally use, all right, for different purposes, for different aspects for your clients, okay? So these are in a way what we call a Feng Shui Qi activation. So a lot of time people say Feng Shui activation, okay? But the thing is you have to understand and you have to know what is your purpose. What is it that you want to achieve? Because different activations or different types of activation, it serves different purposes, okay? So in short, I'm going to share with you here. Now, there are activations to awaken the Qi, okay, like awaken the force, okay, within. Now, awakening the Qi means that the Qi now, or the energy, okay, now becomes dormant. It is not active, it's sluggish, it is lazy, it's not moving, it's dense up, okay. You want to awaken it, you want to, in a way, trigger it, right? Wake it up, okay, from hibernation, wake it up from its slumberland. So therefore, we want to use the method that awakens the Qi. So normally, awakening of the Qi, we can use a water fountain activation. So later, I'm going to share with you or go into detail exactly how to set up this water fountain activation, because those of you who sign up for my Feng Shui, okay, annual astrology talk next week, okay, these are the things that you need to know. Because in the talk, I'm going to give you the special dates that I've selected with the time and the type of activation. But I won't share with you, as in explain to you, what sort of activations and why is it so. Okay, so therefore, you know that whenever I say, okay, right, activation, Feng Shui activation in short, that uses a water fountain, it is to awaken the Qi. It's like a wake-up call. Wake it up so that now this energy, okay, can start to work in your office, in your home, okay, right? Whatever energy is this, we identify it on a good day, we wake it up so that it can start to work for us or with us, okay? Now, the second part is to circulate the Qi. Now, circulation of Qi, we are also using water activation. Now, sometimes you can also use fan activation here. So the fan activations is that you put your fan, okay, you blow it to a certain direction to ensure that the Qi is flowing, okay, accordingly. Sometimes you can also use window. You know, window trapping, okay, the energy or the flow of the wind from outside to indoor, all right? So these are the things that you can use as well. But of course, one of the more, I would say, easier way to use and more, I would say, efficient is also using the water activation, circulating the Qi, okay? Either water or the fan is the best to use. Now, circulating of Qi and awakening the Qi is different. Awakening of the Qi here, you want a water fountain activation. Later, I'm going to share with you, okay, the difference. Now, circulating Qi here, okay, you want to put it into a circular, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. You want to move the water, okay, at that particular location on a specific day and time. You put it or you set it up in a way that you push the water to go a certain direction, okay, right? It's like a swirling directions, okay, in that particular sector to move the Qi, to circulate it. Now, there's another method that's in a way used to disperse Qi. Now, dispersing of the Qi here, you use metal sound. This one, I briefly talk about it, okay, during my cleansing sort of like episode, when I talk about cleansing. Dispersing the Qi means that, okay, the Qi is stagnant, is dense, okay, it clogs up together, it becomes too heavy, all right? You have heavy energy in a way residing at one corner of your house. And this heavy energy, especially when it comes to earth energy, because earth is slow moving. Remember Saturn just now? The slowest. It's non-moving, it's sluggish, okay? It's the energy of procrastination, okay? It's the energy of like sucking you down, okay? So therefore, 5 yellow is one of those energy, and the 2 black star, okay, which is Earth, illness star, is also one of that energy. So normally, okay, we want to do is, especially during the annual cleansing, the house cleansing, house cleaning, spring cleaning and all that, we want to disperse the Qi. So when we disperse the Qi, we want to use metal sound. down. Why? Because heavy energy is due to earth chi, the earth energy. So using metal is going to vibrate, loosen up the earth, okay, and disperse it. Make it looser, make it feels better. Many of you has bought the tincture from me, okay, so later on, okay, I'm going to show you how to use it, how to do it for spring cleaning at your home, right? I know still many of you are asking for it, but it's all sold out, okay? All the tinctures that I have, okay, that I brought in from Kathmandu has been sold out, okay? So those of you who have it, you can use it. Those of you who do not have it, you can use any other metal element at home. You can use a singing bowl, you can use a gong if you have, you can use a tuning fork. If not, you can really use even like your pan, your pots and pan, okay? Right? The difference to it is because all these particular healing instruments, okay, has been tuned to a certain, I would say, frequencies, certain vibrations, okay, that are very harmonizing with healing energy. If you use your pot and pans, okay, it is not tuned to that particular sounding. So it might not sound so like in harmony, okay, but it is still working to disperse the chi, to loosen up the chi, no issues. It's just that it doesn't harmonizes the chi thereafter. That's the only difference, okay? That's why difference between using a healing instruments to do the cleansing comparatively to using the pots and pans. All right, so now dispersing chi, we also have transforming chi. Transform the energy. Now imagine there are certain elements or energy, okay, in your home itself that you have dual research, which I will share with you in my annual astrology talk. Like this sector is not a great sector. The energy residing in this sector itself, okay, is going to be aggressive energy. It's not considered a good energy. It's heavy energy. So you want to transform the chi, change it, tame it, all right? How to tame, okay, this particular nasty, aggressive energy to becomes in a way like, how to say, more submissive, okay, to ensure the energy now becomes like, in a way, how you can control it, how you can alpha it. So we need to use this transformations of chi, which in 2023, this is something new that you need to learn. I'm not moving, okay, in the OBS, okay, why is it so? Right, my camera is not there. Right, so yeah, okay, somehow I got disappeared for a while, okay, right, hope now that I come back, hope you all can still hear me, okay, right, I'm back in action. Just let me know that you can still hear me, that you can still see me, okay, to ensure that everything is okay, because just now I think it's a bit lagging, okay, on my side here, okay, just make sure, okay, anyone following now, okay, Kong Yu, can you just feedback to me whether you can hear me now, okay, so ensure that everything is going fine again. All right, so you look at transforming chi here, you have to use fire element, either by natural sunlight that penetrates into your house. But nowadays, okay, right, most of the houses you see, terrace houses, condominiums and all that, apartments, okay, a lot of houses are refrained, okay, from maximum sunlight. Compared to, we're talking about like hundreds of years ago or even thousands of years ago, okay, right? We will have maximum sunrise, especially those of us living in the city nowadays, right? The chances of getting maximum sunlight in our home is almost very, very low. So therefore, transforming chi is either we can ensure that using sunlight, okay, at certain corners to transform the chi, or if not, we have to set up what we call a fire activation. Fire activations means that we have to use candles, okay? Candles, okay, especially in odd number. Later, I'm going to explain why. Now you have to understand the different methods first, okay? So using candle at different sector itself to transform the chi, to lighten up the chi. So just now you know that, let's say example, there are certain elements here, okay, which the energy is more aggressive. I want to transform it. I want to change it. I want to change its mindset. I want to change this person into a good person. This particular energy into a good energy. Example, I need to use a transforming chi method, okay, that's using fire, which from 2023 onwards, when we're nearing or even more nearer to period 9, which is a period of fire, this is highly needed. So this year, I'm going to introduce a new Feng Shui setup. That's why saltwater cure, I suggest to you use only one. Just put one saltwater cure at home for this time round. Okay, this year we only focus on the 5 yellow. We are not focusing on the 2 black because I do not want to turn your whole house into Feng Shui cure. Alright, so we save up, okay, for certain segments, okay, of your house itself for other Feng Shui cure in order to prepare us or to propel us into period 9. Alright, so now we have also a method using wood element. Now, wood element here means it needs to be live wood. It's not your furniture, it's not your table, okay? It's not that whatever like craft or that is carved out of wood. That don't work. We need something that is still alive, that is still growing. So it needs to be plants, okay? It can be any plants, okay? Or that's why due to this, people label certain plants as what we call a Feng Shui plant. People label certain trees as in a Feng Shui tree. And I'm going to explain to you why it works, okay? I know. Certain practitioners will just say that all these things don't work, okay? Because it's like your plants, okay? It's not about the things that you place at home or whatever. Anything as long as it is natural element, okay, and it will vibrate, it will work, okay, because that's how Feng Shui works. But the relativity of the size is important. All right, so later I'm going to explain to you. But first, remember, expansion of qi. To expand the qi or to grow the qi. In Chinese, we call 生黑. 生黑 means 生气, right? You want to grow the qi, we have to use wood element, which is plant-based. All right, so this one is you put a certain area, right? That's why in the olden days, okay, they call this Feng Shui plants, Feng Shui tree. Why is it called Feng Shui tree? Is because, okay, to in a way for us to test, it's like a thermometer, okay? It's like a testing instrument, all right? You put the plant or the Feng Shui tree onto a certain corner of your house to test, okay, its potential growth qi, okay? The potential growth in that particular corner, whether that corner got Sheng Qi or not, or is it in a way surrounded by Sa Qi. So we put plants there to help us test the environment. So Feng Shui trees or Feng Shui plants are the plants that are most difficult to take care of. It means these plants itself, right, too much water cannot, too little water cannot, okay? It really needs a very, I would say, perfect environment for it to, in a way, grow in abundance. That's why all this, we call it sensitive plants, is also considered Feng Shui plant. Because once we put into a certain corner, every time we put it dies, it means that that corner, the Sheng Qi is not good. We have to keep transforming the Qi to ensure that all this Sa Qi will be transformed into a positive Qi. Then you use a different method. Are you following? So therefore, these plants, in a way, are used as almost like a thermometer to test, okay? To test or to weather certain corners of the energy to see whether it is positive, Sheng Qi, growing Qi, or it is negative, reducing or dispersing Qi, okay? Right? And later, I'm going to show you how to use it, all right? And then after that, of course, the last method is called, okay, collect qi. Bamboo plants can, kunyam jok, you know, right? A lot of times the Chinese, Taoists, Buddhists, they will put this like stalks of bamboos, okay? Or during Chinese New Year, you see they tied it up very nicely, okay, into different shapes and form, all right? Those are bamboo plants. Those are in a way acceptable as a expansion or the growth qi, okay? So those are, that's why people call it auspicious plants itself. Now, collect qi, the last one. Collecting of qi means that now you want the energy to collect at certain area. You do not want it to disperse. So normally we use this for your wealth sector. You know, you want, right, the wealth sector, okay, for the qi to, in a way, reside there, to collect there. Instead of like come in and out all the time. It means that your choice, means your wealth is not sustaining. We want to sustain the qi by collecting the qi, okay? So we use what? We use earth element, right? Earth element, natural crystals, okay? Big, heavy river rocks and all that. As long as this is natural earth element, you can use it to collect the qi. But again, relativity of the size and the weight, right? Because if the house is so big, and when we use the earth element to collect qi, and you put a tiny like wealth vase, that's why I purposely put this here to show you. This is what we call 聚寶盤 or a wealth vase. I have plenty of this still in stock, but you never see me selling it. Right? Really, I have a plenty. These are very, very good quality. I would say wealth vase. But up to now, I'm not selling it because I know if I sell this, I might be painting the wrong picture that you buy this, you will get rich. for Feng Shui. It's not how it works. So I want to educate first, okay? My students, my followers, okay? All of you here, okay? So this is a wealth vase, but in order for it to work in office setup, in a home setup, this size will not work. This size will only work in terms of human psychological factor, human luck. Okay, remember the cosmic trinity, heaven, earth, and man. This is a reminder you put at your working desk, you put at your office desk as a reminder for you to focus on wealth. Don't be too emotional. This is your plan for the year. Okay, you have to make more money this year. Set your target. Then you use a wealth vase this size to set as a reminder. But as an actual Feng Shui Qi collection, this size will not work. Understand? All right. So what will make it work? Okay, how to collect the Qi? Remember, collection of Qi means that you identify the wealth sector of your house. Okay, you want to put something that has a substantial amount of weight, okay, to ground that sector, so that the Qi, anything that flows in, will be grounded, will be blocked by that particular, in a way, natural weighted earth element to collect it, okay? So that it won't like come in and go out immediately. So that is the purpose of what we call collect Qi activation. All of you following so far? Okay, understand? So this is in a way to share with you when you're doing Feng Shui, when you're doing deployment of Feng Shui activation, these are the purpose. So remember, every time when a Feng Shui practitioner asks you to do some activation, you need to understand, what are you doing it for? Every year that you come to my talk, okay, we have almost 1,000 people sign up, okay, for it, right? Every time you come to a talk itself, okay, you need to understand why I ask you to do certain things. And I take this opportunity during all this Facebook Live itself, okay, to educate and to share with you, okay? So now we look at it one by one. Firstly, awakening of the Qi using water activation and also circulations of the Qi. All right, so now you see here, okay, now this is the water activations, okay, not by me, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's by Chang Feng or someone, all right? Right, this is the one that I set up for J Group. Now, I just want to pay attention, okay? Now, you see, when I say awakening of Qi, it needs to look like this. Now, up to now, even saltwater cure, those of you who follow me like probably 2 weeks ago, look at the saltwater cure. You see, there are still people, despite how I slowly, step by step, teach you how to set it up, there's still people who got it wrong. All right, but it's okay. That's how we learn. All right, so now I'm going to share with you again. So whenever I say activations or water activations, okay, that needs to look like a fountain to awaken the Qi of certain sectors of your home or your office, it needs to at least look like this, okay? You cannot set up in a very small pail, okay, right? And then after that, put the pump inside where the pump goes all the way down, submerged into the water, and you cannot have the fountain effect. Nothing is gotten awakened, okay? Right? Nothing will be awakened if the water is not moving aggressively. Remember, that's why you see in like shopping malls, okay, or even like big, I would say community neighborhood and all that, big developers, shopping malls and all, okay, even up to like certain casinos use it definitely a lot. Every time you go to certain casinos or whatever, you definitely see fountains. Why? They awaken the Qi. You have to trigger it, okay? But it needs to look like this. It needs to look like a fountain. Every time you try to awaken the Qi, I give you the good date, I give you the method, and then after that, you go and set up what? Using a small little what? Your babies, you know, they say the tam tong, the pea pot, okay? Right, you use that, okay, to set up with a pump inside. Please, that's a waste of time, okay? Remember, depending on how big is your house, okay? Now, this is huge, okay? My house have one of this as well, okay? Right? This is like seriously huge, okay? When I stand up, at least it's up to my waist level. Now, remember, the surface needs to be big as well, okay? The surface needs to be big, okay? Deep enough. Right, some of you probably you got by that baby swimming pool, okay? It's very shallow, but it's like big surface. It's not going to work. It needs to be deep enough, okay? At least 3 feet above ground level, okay? It needs to have a very wide, big, open mouth, okay? And it needs to have a very strong aquarium pump to put inside. So when you put it inside, remember, raise the pump. Can you see here? You raise the pump, whatever you want to use it. Gong Yu sometimes use the tripod to do it. You can put a chair inside or whatever, okay? As long as it's like water resistance, put it inside and raise the pump so that the pump is nearing to your surface. So on the auspicious date and time, you just switch it on, okay, and you have an effect like this. You want to do Feng Shui, you have to do it the right way, or else you are just living in denial. It's just that, oh, everyone is doing it, I might as well I do it, but when I do it, I don't do it correctly. It's not going to work, okay? So this is for awakening of the Qi, okay? So this is wake up call for the energy using water fountain method. Now this is to circulate the Qi. Circulation. So it doesn't need to spread out like a fountain, but it needs to circulate either in a clockwise, this is a clockwise direction, or there are certain times I will ask you to do a anti-clockwise direction. Okay, very seldom, but there will be certain times that we will use it anti-clockwise. Okay, but most of the time it will be circulating clockwise. Can you see? You have to point your palm. Okay, point your palm towards the side, to a certain direction, so that it will give that impact that the water now is as if that is building a whirlpool, okay, towards a circulations of like a clockwise circulation. All of you following so far? Okay? So remember, whenever I give you the auspicious date and time, and I ask you to circulate the Qi, this is what I'm expecting, okay? And when I say activating the Qi, okay, or awakening the Qi, this is what I need to see. You need to set it up this way, or else forget about Feng Shui activations, okay? It's just a waste of time, money, effort, and water, okay? So just don't do that. All right, and then after that, okay, after awakening and also circulations of the Qi, okay, we go to the next one, dispersing of the Qi. Remember earlier on we talked about metal sound, okay, right? Any clanging metal sound will help you to loosen up, okay, stagnant energy, dense energy, like your 5 yellow, like your 2 black star, any other sectors of your house. It might not be your 5 yellow, it might not be your 2 black star, but when you go to the house itself, you feel that the energy is very heavy. Right? It feels like it's a bit stuck, okay? It's not flowing very comfortably. You feel it's stuffy or like uncomfortable inside the house. Then you use a metal sound, okay, to actually disperse the Qi, loosen it up, okay? All these metal elements, from the gong to the wind chime, but of course wind chime is too, I would say, too soft, okay? When it's too soft, you cannot get rid of stubborn sort of like energy, okay? Like stubborn fat, you use this is not good enough. Now normally for energy cleansing, I would prefer to use a very high pitch sort of like how to say cleansing or activation. So high pitch, it either comes in a Ting Sha, this is a Ting Sha, or it can also comes in a chakra chime, the extreme right, the rainbow color, okay? Or you can come in a tuning fork. But the tuning fork and the chakra chimes, the chimes are very gentle, okay? When it's too gentle, even though high pitch, it is not aggressive enough. So we want something aggressive, okay? So either you knock your singing bowl, okay, it will be loud. But the thing is, it might not reach that high pitch. So the best thing to use is always the Ting Sha. That's why the previous one, during the house cleansing, I say every house, okay, if you believe in Feng Shui, you should, in a way, invest in a good Ting Sha. You can use a tuning fork, okay? It is a good tuning fork. It's not cheap. It's more expensive than my good quality Ting Sha, okay? All right? And it is not as loud, all right? So therefore, Ting Sha is the best investment when it comes to dispersing the Qi at home, all right? So why we need to use metal is when the metal vibrates out. Right, so this one, I think recently, okay, a friend of mine is about to move into a new house. After renovations, they have to do a house clearing. House clearing means you have to, in a way, do clearing to the 4 corners of the house. All you need to do is, if you don't want the joss sticks, you don't want to burn anything, okay, use the Ting Sha followed by frankincense or kemenyan, you know, the fire element. You just need to disperse the Qi and transform the Qi. And your house is ready energetically for new, I would say, auspicious energy to usher in. Okay, just 2 things, remember. That's why house cleansing, I say, disperse the Qi with the metal element, and then after that, use fire element, transform it. Okay, it will change all this stagnant, heavy energy into fluffy, loose energy for you to usher in the new year. All right, so I'm going to play for you. Those of you who are using headphones or earpiece, please remove it, okay? Because when I play this, it can be loud and it can be piercing to your ear. Now, I just want to show you a good quality healing bowl or a Ting Sha comparatively to a normal, the sound. Now, I'm not doing justice to all this bowl itself, okay? Because through Facebook Live and through this mic system, okay, you cannot really capture the best sound, okay? But those of you who have gotten the Tingsha, I already promised that I will do a Facebook Live to show you how to do it. But first of all, you listen to the singing bowl first. This is a Tibetan A-grade singing bowl. This is a healing bowl. It has a very strong vibration. In fact, this is a lingam bowl, okay? That one, okay, save it for my workshop. But anyway, this is a singing bowl, all right? So when you strike a singing bowl, it is loud, okay? And the sound, when it's a good singing bowl, it is tuned to a healing, harmonized frequency. But a healing bowl is expensive. A good one is expensive. So you don't need to invest in one unless you are doing sound healing for yourself or your family members. If not, Tingsha is still the best. But I just want you to listen to the sound as best as we can share it, because it might not do it justice, but listen to it. Remember again, those of you wearing a earpiece or a headphone, please remove it, okay, and listen to it using a speaker, or else it will pierce your ear, okay? Now listen to this sound itself. Hopefully it can go out fine. Can you hear? Now, a good singing bowl has vibrations. You can feel the vibrations. Once you hit it, you can feel the vibrations is surrounding. It comes in like echoing sound. Okay, and those of you who are sensitive, you know that the sound comes in circle. Okay, it keep on circulating around the area itself. Okay, I hope it's not too loud for you, all right? Because I just want you to actually have a feel of it. But again, listen, this sound is low vibrations. Most of the healing bowl comes in low frequency. Now, if you want to loosen up energy, intense energy, we will talk about like, like heavy, people talk about ghosts and all that. In Feng Shui, there's no ghosts. It's just heavy energy or light energy. Heavy energy means like those like ghost realm, okay, right? Nasty, chaotic energy. Light energy is angel realm, okay? Anything which is like auspicious, okay? Fluffy energy, okay? That's all. There's no ghost, okay? And there's no angel when it comes to, in a way, Feng Shui. But this one, listen to its tone. It's very low tone, very grounding, harmonizing. It's very low. All right, now the next one is, now those of you who have gotten the Tingsha, which is out of stock, okay, you have to, those of you who want to invest, okay, you have to wait for the next one. All right, my next batch when it comes in. So I have to go to Kathmandu again first, okay, because all this I have to select it. Now when you listen, again, those of you wearing earpiece, you have just tuned in, please take off your earpiece or your headphone. This has an extremely high pitch. Okay, and the sound is vibrating through. It might not got caught up in Facebook Live, okay? The mic might not be able to capture it. It will be disconnected. But here you can hear, okay, the sound is very high pitch and it moves in a circular motion. Okay, so therefore a Tingsha is the best to invest whenever you want to do Feng Shui, Qi, I would say dispersing of Qi or house cleansing. Every time during spring cleaning, whenever you have cleaned the house, remember those of you who have gotten it, okay, because all sold out already, you just have to hold it and you clang it together. You go to the corner where you feel that the energy is stuck, you go around. Now, if the energy is stuck, it will stop faster because it is going against some heavy energy in your surrounding. So you just have to, in a way, hit it a few more times so that, okay, the sound can slowly, in a way, vibrate longer and it lasts longer. So in an energy area, okay, let's say for instance, okay, if you go to the temple where the energy is very light and fluffy, right, and you sound the Tingsha will vibrate, okay, like for a very long time. Okay, but if you go to an area, okay, or a corner where the energy is dense and it is very heavy energy, you have to do it a few times until you can feel, even your body, you will be able to feel it, okay, right? Everything in that particular corner, including your body itself, will be released, the energy. That's why investing in a Tingsha, which is a healing grade Tingsha, is always, always better, all right? So you can get any like Tingshas online, Taobao, okay, Lazada, or even Petaling Street. There are plenty of them, but it's of different quality, okay? All right, so this type of quality is of a healing quality, okay? So that's how you use. You've gotten it already, that's how you actually use it. Make sure you cling it, hit it a few times in one sector to ensure that sector, the sound itself comes back to you smooth and rotating. You can hear the sound rotating back to you. It means that, okay, this particular sector, the energy is clear, so that it can come back as it is. But once you clank it, okay, the sound disperses off very quickly. It gets silent very quickly. It means that that corner, the energy is still stagnant, it's still heavy. You just do it again, all right? Do it until, okay, you feel that the energy in that area becomes fluffier again, okay? So that's how you use the dispersing of energy using the metal sound system, all right? So the next one, we talk about this, we talk about fire. Now, fire is very important for us to set up, especially for 2023 onwards, okay? Because we are entering into period 9, it's all transforming energy. That's why you see, okay, more and more like people going into spirituality, more and more people talk about breakthrough, more and more people talk about transformation, okay? Or fire period 9 energy, all right? So, of course, you can use floor lamp. In our modern era, floor lamp. But of course, when Feng Shui is first discovered, there is no such thing as floor lamp. So in actual fact, okay, floor lamp is going to, in a way, I would say, create an atmosphere, but it's not going to transform energy so much, okay? Right? Floor lamp is fire element, but it's not going to transform energy. You want an actual transformation of energy, you need real fire, okay? Either sunlight or candle fire. So you can use candle here. You can use this, of course, lotus candle or pineapple candle as well. This one we have a lot in the temple. But the thing is, I will, in a way, okay, advise you to invest in better quality candle, especially for upcoming years where we are supposed to do, okay, transforming chi for long term. Okay, it's not for a few hours only. And this low grade, cheaper candles itself has a lot of chemical base inside. So if you burn this long term, right, okay, you will see even the smokes, pineapple candles and all these lotus candles, right, the smoke comes out as black, okay, so it's very bad for health, okay. So therefore, if you want to use it one time, short term, by all means, for auspicious, like meaning purposes. But if not, always invest in a higher grade candle, okay, that will always be better. Now, one thing is I want to share with you, in the future Facebook Live, I'm going to teach you how to set up, but I'm giving you a rough idea in case those of you, if you get it, you can set it up on your own, right? Fire activations for 2023 onwards, okay, on a certain sector, which I will share during my Feng Shui annual astrology talk itself, right? It will be good if you can set up a long-term candle like this, okay? You can change it whenever your candle, in a way, like finishes, okay, or it burns out. Okay, nowadays you can buy, even in IKEA, there are huge big blocks of candle. Buy the good quality ones, okay? Put it into a transparent vase like this, okay? Make sure that the vase is thick enough so that it can, in a way, sustain heat. It can take heat, okay? Of course, you can decor whatever to put inside. Of course, I'm going to share with you later on, okay, to how to set up. Now, this is, okay, a setup for transforming chi. Of course, you can get a bigger jar, okay, a bigger vase, all right, you can put 3 candles. You put odd candles, either 1, 3, 5. Normally, we don't take 5, but you can put 5 as well. Normally, why? For symbolism, images purposes, we don't want to put 5 there because it, in a way, it actually, how to say, Yin Gua. Yin Gua means like the Gua image is like 5 yellow. Okay, so normally we do not want to put 5, but you can. Okay, as I mentioned, 5 yellow is not to be afraid of, it's to be understand of. Okay, not to be fearful of. So always remember odd numbers because it represents yang number. We want yang number 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Okay, it depends on how big of is your house and how big is the setup. But normally 1 or 3 will be the best. Okay, so depending on the vase that you can get, okay, so this is the thing that I want to, in a way, further like guide you to set up for the whole entire of 2023, okay, and also 2024 onwards when we go into period 9. All right, so this is what we call transforming chi. You have to find a specific location on a good date and a good time. Once you are set up, you just light the candle on that particular auspicious timing and date itself. Okay, on how to set up, we will have another Facebook Live because everything that you put inside, okay, firstly, it needs to be natural. Secondly, it has to have meanings to it. All right, so at least you have a idea, okay, of this is what we call a transforming chi setup for candle or fire activation. Following? So once you understand this, then we go to the next activations, which is wood. Okay, wood activations is to enhance, expand qi or grow, seng qi, remember? So remember, it's like a lot of time we put this Feng Shui tree. It's not to say that we put the Feng Shui tree there and your luck will become good. Every time, remember, when a practitioner, like let's say for instance, okay, like J Group, I ask them every single desk, okay, of their agents, they have to put Man Lin Tang. Man Lin Tang is like, you know, like the cripple quarry, I'm not sure in English what you call it, okay, that money plant like that, okay. It's very easy, okay, to grow. You don't even need the earth, okay. You just put maybe some stones, pebbles inside, water, and it will grow, right? It can grow very healthily indoor as well. So every time if I happen to go J Group, I will take a look at those, okay, Man Lin Tang. Okay, is this only for clients that you have to, in a way, continuously check on them? So every time when I look at the plants, I will know which table, which sector, which corner is doing good, which corner the qi is no good. When the qi or the energy is no good, there can be two, in a way, reasons. The two reasons is either that corner in terms of Feng Shui annually, some negative energy residing into that corner. You have to clean it, disperse it, and transform it. Or it can be the people, in a way, sitting at that corner itself, okay, are not living up to their potential. It means human luck. They don't have the right mindset, right attitude, right mentality, or the right action. Okay, it means that humans are the carriers of energy. We are the carriers of the qi. So if you're surrounded, means that the area itself is surrounded with people, okay, who doesn't have this auspicious energy, the plants will not grow as well. Alright, so whenever we place this, it's so that every time we go in, we can see, we have like something to tell us, feedback. Because you cannot ask your client for feedback. Why? You ask them, right? They are equally confused. They don't know. Most of the time, clients live in denial. You ask them, did they do well or not? Did they follow everything? They will say yes. But when you look at this, whatever the practitioners have lived it there, when they look at it, they will know. Okay, whether the energy has been maintained or the energy somehow has been distorted, okay, has been affected. So therefore, we use plants for this. Okay, these are some examples of the plants. Okay, and of course, okay, when the plants itself, you see now some of the times, okay, you see the plants put there. Every time you put there, it will die. Put there, it will die. It means that it just gives us the information or the message at that corner, the energy, we need to do something about it. We have to cleanse it. We have to disperse some heavy energy. We have to transform it. And we have to do it, and we have to understand who sits there, okay, to ensure that these people's mindset needs to change as well. So that is how we do a proper, I would say, full audit, consult. All right. So one of the things I want to share with you is why is it called Feng Shui plant? It's because very seldom, very hardly, but it will happen once in a very, very, very long blue moon. Okay, right, it will flower. Okay, so you can see here. Now, this is, I think it happens last week, if I'm not mistaken, during winter solstice. Okay, so this is what we call teach. Yeah, those of you who know Chinese, this is in J Group office, right? Outside Jennifer's office room. So you see, this is teach. Teach is actually what we call a Feng Shui plant as well. Okay, in English, I'm not sure what you call it. You know, like normally they put indoor, they cut it, and then they will start growing on the side. Okay. So if you observe, okay, this particular plant, okay, flowered, blossomed, the flowers blossom, okay, at winter solstice this year, okay, and this is a near shot, and you know that, okay, in Chinese, from our, I would say, even like grandparents' time and all that, they will always say one thing, 鐵柱開花，富貴榮華. Okay, there are a few types of Feng Shui plants, okay, that are very, very seldom. If you watch Crazy Rich Asian, okay, that is not tissue, but that was king fa. Okay, king fa, I am not sure what you call it in English. Okay, the leaves is also like, in a way, it's like a cactus type. Okay, it's very flat leaf. Those are also the type, okay, of flowers that it hardly flowers. It requires a very, very difficult environment. Everything needs to match its energy, and eventually it will flower. So therefore, when it flowers like this is good omen. It tells you the energy is good. All these are in a way in terms of what? images. Okay, so therefore, when you put Feng Shui plant, it's not because you buy certain plant, you put it there, and then after that your wealth will come and your luck will grow. No, because it tells you, okay, because this is something in nature. Yeah, money plant as well. Okay, right, 金錢樹, you know the something like cactus one, 金錢樹 is like cactus soft one, okay, also that, okay, or you can have like what we call the 萬年青, all this as well. So this is 鐵樹, okay, right, so you can use different types because the plants is going to tell you the quality of the energy in that particular sector. Okay, so this is the flowers of this particular plant itself. So normally what you do is, okay, once you see it flowers, okay, in the olden time, right, people will put some ang pao on it, okay, people will tie some red ribbon on it, okay, to, in a way, oh, what is that? Okay, oh, Nicole, so that is tissue, is it? This this plant have this scientific name, okay? I do not know what is it called. I only know Chinese, okay? So you can search, okay, about this particular plant's name, which is in the comment where Nicole has searched for it and share it, okay? So that is the purpose of wood element. You place it into certain sector for it to grow and enhance the qi, to ensure that the Sheng qi is actually in a way existing at that particular corner. All right? Okay. Then now, after we have talked about all this, we come to the last element, which is collection of qi. Remember 5 elements? Collecting qi means that 聚財啊,聚氣. 聚氣 means that you collect the qi. In other words, energy is money. Energy is wealth. So in actual fact, Feng Shui only helps you to collect energy, not collect money. But just because money is a form of energy. That's why in modern days, people say 聚財 instead of 聚氣. Okay, it means they translate, it's like, in a way, collect money rather than collect qi. Okay, but in ancient texts, okay, itself, it never talks about collect money. It's always collect qi, energy, because everything is energy. So how to collect it? As I mentioned, you have to use natural earth. Okay, either it is rocks or natural crystals. And when I talk about crystals, remember just now I mentioned it's not about this. Now all these are wealth wasps. I have this one, okay, not exactly this, a slightly smaller one that also weighs above 60 kg that is in one of my clients in Sabah. Okay, we have actually in a way like ship it to KK. Now all this, easily it needs to be 60 kilo and above. Easily it needs to be like heavier than an average human being. Then only you can collect qi. You want to talk about like small little, this is considered big, you know. There are outside there, you see, even smaller ones. If you have even smaller ones, okay, right, find it and show me, okay, at home, all right, even smaller ones. The smaller ones, right, even my dog run over, it will fall. Like, 聚乜財, you collect what qi, that is all in a way, 自己呃自己啊. You are bullshitting yourself, okay. So remember, these things works, but over time itself, people don't understand how it works, okay? They somehow has put it in a way that give Feng Shui and all this remedy a very bad name, okay? So then people start to sell because very limited good quality crystal, then they start selling what? Made in China stuff, man-made stuff, okay, which is not natural at all. If it's not natural, it has no resonance, okay, with the natural energy. It is not going to work. So it needs to be natural, it needs to be huge, okay? So these are some of the examples, and each of them easily at least 60 kilo and above. Okay, now see the next slide here, okay? So these are what we call the wealth vase. All these are amethyst citrines. Now these are carvings of, in a way, quartz, clear quartz. Okay, the carvings of crystals. Again, these are normally used, okay, for the clients of ours, okay, which is in, of course, I have clients in China, and of course, they have a headquarters in Japan as well, okay? So normally you put this into a big corporations, okay, in their wealth sector to collect the qi. These are the things we are talking about. Not your tiny little arowana carvings at home that are made of resin, not even of real crystal. You know, resin, a lot of statues nowadays, you go to the temple, okay, right, in the temple, the best statues that is made of wood carving, depending on what wood, but it needs to be of wood, okay, or you are made of what? Bronze, 銅 okay, 銅, okay, or bronze. It's not resin, but nowadays a lot of like people use the gazi, like a bit of the what we call plaster ceiling, okay, a lot of material, okay, plastered together. Those don't have natural energy, and they make it into what? They make it into statues for you to worship. It's not going to help because we need natural elements. Either it's carved out of wood or it is made out of like metal or bronze, okay? that only it will work, okay? So the same thing, all these things needs to be made of natural earth, not of resin, okay? Because I know recently I saw a very, very nice statue, okay? Very, very beautiful Anubis, okay? We saw it in Spain now, okay? I was like, wow, okay, I want to get it. But once I, in a way, get a hold of it and I research more of it, what is it made for? Resin. Forget about it. No matter how beautiful it looks, okay, it is not going to harness energy. It needs to be made of natural stone. Like, in a way, it can be granite, okay, it's fine. It needs to be of natural earth product, okay. So this is for, in a way, collecting chi. All right, now we have this two also. Now these are the ones is for sale, okay, but normally for big corporations, okay, because like in a way I have clients and we have supplies, okay, which is what we call 東海水晶, okay. It's like we have supplies, okay, and these are the suppliers, okay, of mine from Shanghai. So I, in a way, recommend this. I am blessed enough to have like clients, okay, who can use this because you see, if you're living in like a 1,000 square feet apartment, you don't need this, okay? It will be too big for you, all right? But let's say, for instance, if you don't have the luxury to spend this amount of money, don't worry, Feng Shui still works, okay? Nowadays, you can go Malaysia easily. Any rivers, I mean, do it discreetly. Get some friends help you to, in a way, like go and get some river rocks, you know, big river rocks. Now, big river rocks, even a lot of the developers uses it. You look at Bandar Utama, just as you enter into the MRT stations and TV3 there, there's one huge big rock there, written there, Bandar Utama. All these rocks, normally, they put at 水口. 水口 means what? The chi mouth, okay? They put a chi mouth to collect the chi, to ensure that the chi do not flow out. So either you put big crystals normally in big offices or house, because you don't put this in the roadside, okay? It will be gone in no time. All right, so in roadside you can bake like big like river rock, okay? Or no, sometimes people build what? La Tokong, you know, the god deity, right? In Malaysia they call like La Tokong, like means that the 土地, the earth god, okay? They build a hut of the earth god, they build it up at a certain sector to collect chi for that chi mouth, okay? So this is collection of chi, okay? So each of this weighs, okay, approximately 1,000 kg. This one is huge, okay? So one of the clients, like some of them, they will do what, okay? They will cut, okay, glass, okay, and put on top, and they turn it into tables as well. But this one, it will be wasted because this one comes in a pair. This is a wealth vase, okay? So normally this is only used, okay? And this is not from Google, this is actually my photo, okay? Because these are all from my suppliers, okay? Because I need this because some of my clients, they uses this in their offices as well. All right, so this one is 1,000 kg approximately for each, okay? Now remember, size does matter. So a lot of time people say that all these wealth vases don't work and all these things. I mean, it's not that it doesn't work, okay? It's just because that you have a tiny puny wealth vase. You go any crystal shop outside, okay? Seriously, next time you go to my store. Nowadays, I don't have office anymore, right? It used to be in my office. Now I put it in the store. All of this wealth vase. I mean, eventually I need to sell it, but I do not want to sell it now. I don't want to sell it yet because I need to educate people to understand. So how does this work? This work, okay, if you want to meditate with it, this work as a reminder. You can meditate with it. This is agate, this is blue agate, blue lace agate. You can see layers and layers. Every layer it is formed naturally, okay? So the thing is, this small little like crystal wealth vase here work as a meditative purposes, for a visualization purposes, and also for a reminder. Man luck, human luck. Every time you put at your office on your desktop, you are reminded of your goal. You are reminded of your, like in a way, your target that you need to reach, okay, for that particular year itself. Okay, that's how it works. So remember, all these Feng Shui remedies activation works, okay? So I do not agree when you say that this do not work. It's just that, do you have a relevant material with a relevant size to your relevant purpose or not? That's why different types for different purposes, okay? Don't mix it all up, okay? And please do all these things some justice because it has been working ever since ancient time. That's been using it. That's why nowadays you see a lot in the museums and all that. big carvings of jade or jadeite. Jadeite is not jade, okay, because jade is extremely expensive. Okay, you will see crystals, aventurine, jadeite, and all these things are in big carvings, because all these are also made into part of Feng Shui collections of qi, and it can also be a piece of art. Okay, so that's how it works. So if you see, okay, even in like the ancient sort of like I would say a Feng Shui house, or even the Forbidden Kingdom and all these things, you will see natural water with fountains. Definitely they will have this. Why? Because all these are Feng Shui remedies, Feng Shui activations, okay? And that's how it works. So tonight's session, I want to share with all of you this, especially those of you who are coming for my next weekend, okay, talk. You need to understand this, okay? Because only when I share with you the date and the time to do the activations, and whatever activations that I ask you to do now, at least you know what is it for. Because I have no time to spend an hour plus to explain to you again in my session, okay, during the annual talk. So now you know, all right? So in the future, I'm coming up, okay, with also how to set up that fire transformations of qi sort of like setup, okay, so that you can also learn how to do that. I've never shared that before, but for next year in 2023 onwards, in the whole entire period 9, you will need to learn how to do that, all right? So in case some of you have not even, in a way, gotten the ticket to my talk, which I suppose all of you here have gotten it, all right? So on the 7th of January, we have a Cantonese session. On the 8th of January, which is Sunday, we have an English session. We have limited time replay for this in case you can't make the time or the dates, okay? It is online, 10 to 5 GMT plus 8 Malaysia time. It is only 50 ringgit per session, or 2 sessions at 100 ringgit. It is very, very subsidized. It is selling at this price is also because, in a way, it is sponsored by J Group, all right? So I just hope that we look for sponsors so that I can, in a way, earn, okay, my time, because I put in a lot of time and effort to come up with all the contents, okay, for all my sessions, workshops, or especially annual talk, okay? But I do not want to sell it at a very, very high price, because I want more people to be associated and learn from it. Therefore, I am very, very glad, okay, that I have Jennifer, okay, from J Group to sponsor my session, so that I can focus on, like, in a way, looking for all these contents to share with you, and you just have to pay 50 ringgit, okay, to honor this particular knowledge. Why I need to charge is because I know if it's free, no one will honor it. Okay, so I really hope, right, to see probably some of you, if not all of you, okay, next week, okay, next week, not this week, next weekend, okay, on my Feng Shui annual astrology talk, okay, and yeah, okay, basically any questions there that I need to attend to? Crystal color, does it matter? Now, crystal color is on another level, because you see, even you see amethyst, even you see citrine, okay. Technically, yes, it has a different sort of like meanings to it. Citrine is more to the solar plexus, and amethyst is more to the crown chakra, where for the mind and all that, okay? But both of it is quartz, okay? So when it comes to Feng Shui energy, it's the same thing. It's quartz, under the quartz family, okay? So you see, this is like, in a way, what we call agate. So you can see red agate, you can see chalcedony, which is the blue lace agate, okay? It's all agate, okay? So it falls under the same category. It has the same vibration. Now, the colors is for meditation purposes, okay? Because visualizations of the colors will connect with different chakras, okay? So therefore, the colors mainly matters for Menlak, for visualizations, meditations, okay, or energy work, healing purposes, okay. For Feng Shui activations, the colors does not really matters, okay. But for visualize, let's say for instance, why I say the KK client, I sent over the citrine one, because its office is for money making purposes, okay. That area to collection of wealth, it's all about money. So I sent in citrine, because citrine is the crystals for wealth, right? But let's say for instance, okay, if I talk about another client, let's say my client itself, right, okay, which has a headquarters in Japan. Well, now the boss is a she, okay, she and the team itself, right, okay, has a meeting area where they constantly, in a way, have to come up with what we call brainstorming. It's all about ideas, clarity of ideas, okay? Everything is relating to the clarity and stability of the mind, okay? Mental power. So for that case itself, we will use amethyst, okay? Because amethyst itself, okay, is a stone that believe, in a way, strengthen our crown or mental, okay, power itself to have clarity and also wisdom, okay? So therefore, different types of crystals, Okay, serve different purposes. But of course, that one we save it for another round. You see, even crystals also, I can talk the whole entire. Okay, Dave, Stephanie. Yeah.
Cleansing the crystals.
Okay, wait. Sifu, what if an indoor area with minor sunlight where small plants can grow but not another bigger plant? Means that type of plant is a concern besides energy. Now see, if it's a minor sunlight, that area itself means it cannot grow in abundance. Okay, right? Small little can grow, but bigger it cannot, means the Feng Shui is not vibrant enough. It's not good enough. Have to do something about it. Either you can, in a way, brighten up the area, or remember to always, in a way, transform the chi, cleanse the area, so that hopefully, in a way, more growth can happen. You see, limited growth means the people who stays in that house itself or have direct association with that corner itself, right, will also have limited growth, okay? Because you don't want like your whole entire life only have small wealth but no big wealth, right? Okay, so these are the things that we have to pay attention to, okay? YP Chai say, do we need to clean these crystals after several years? Up to you. I mean, to me, it's like, okay, physically cleaning, yes. I mean, you feel like it, you clean. Because anytime, okay, you can clean it after a few years or every year during spring cleaning, you can clean it, okay? Some people, they clean it, I mean, especially those that you're wearing, right? They clean it, okay, every full moon, okay? You can do that as well. So it's really up to you. Remember, the energy, as long as you feel the energy is still there, it is not affected, you just allow it to be. But then you feel that, oh, the energy seems that it is affected, okay? It is affected a bit, okay? Then you can clean it, okay? You can, in a way, clean it. So, therefore, it's like the energy of the crystals itself, okay, in a way, it can host, okay, for a very long time. They really different environment. If the environment has a very heavy energy, then you have to clean it more often, okay? So clean it itself, you can wash it. You can wash it preferably with filtered water, because tap water at times, right, it has a lot of like, metal, okay, metal elements, okay, which is not the best. You use filtered water or a bit saline water. Means you put a bit of like, in a way, like either Himalayan rock salt, okay, or Epsom salt, okay, onto the water itself, okay, just a bit. Make it saline water, okay, a bit of salinity, and then you can just like soak it inside, cleanse it, brush it a bit, okay, and then put it under the sun, okay, to dry it. Put it under the sun, and then after that, look for a full moon, and then bask in under the energy of the full moon to absorb the yin and yang energy, and your crystals are in a way like ready, okay, to in a way resonate with you again. Alright, so hi Jessie, previously I activated Qi using water in my bedroom, and subsequently my emotions were not steady and sleep quality was bad. Okay, so you use in your bedroom in a way for just a 2 hours activation or long-term activation. So your bedroom are not supposed, okay, to actually use it for a long-term activation. Okay, so if you actually use it for a long-term activation, it's not recommended. But a short-term 2 hours, even up to like 1 day, it shouldn't be an issue. Okay, now unless, okay, your bedroom, your activations of bedroom, whatever activation that is a wealth star. So if you activated a wealth star which somehow falls into your bedroom, wealth star is an aggressive energy. It's supposed to keep you awake, to in a way focus on more money or more wealth, okay? So therefore your money, your bedroom itself has what we call the wealth chi. So therefore it will affect your sleep. So if you want to in a way balance it back, but you see if you balance it back, it wasted that activation of wealth, okay? So you always have to, how to say, have a purpose. What is your purpose? What is your focus? What exactly you want to achieve, okay? You want to have good sleep, relaxations, or you want to have this few months or 1 year itself to focus on wealth. Alright, so if you want to focus on wealth itself, okay, so every time before you sleep, okay, you can in a way do some like self-help. Self-help means that either you meditate before you sleep, focus on breathing exercise, you have some essential oil to help you, okay, to go into your sleep, avoid watching TV, Netflix, playing games, or working on the bed right before you sleep. So that will help to balance back your own energy, but not affecting the wealth energy in your room itself. Because if not, if you do another activations to settle the energy of your room, then you wasted the wealth activation. Okay, so you need to decide. You activate wealth means like, okay, that's why they say 財多身子弱. When the wealth in a way grows in abundance, the health will definitely deteriorate. Okay, so that is always the equation yin and yang. Okay, you have to choose. Choose your focus, choose your purpose. Once you get your purpose, you do the activation. All right, YP Chai, you're welcome. Any more questions that I need to attend to? No? All right, so is fake flowers, is fake flowers at home bad feng shui? No, fake flowers is just nice law, aesthetic law, that's all. It's not bad for feng shui, okay, it's not bad, okay. But of course, in natural ways, okay, humans are supposed to coexist. Feng shui is part of coexisting with nature. So you see, in the olden days where feng shui is developed, right, every household will have natural flowers on. Once you walk out from your household, it's forest. I mean, you look back at TVB, some olden dramas, they try to relive back a few hundred years ago in the like Qing dynasty or Ming dynasty lah. You see, flowers, trees are supposed to be everywhere. Mountains are everywhere. But the problem now is like human has cut down all the trees, all the mountains, okay, and turned it into a concrete forest, right? So you turn it to concrete forest, it's like at least what we can do is we still have a small little garden or some flowers at home that we still have something real, something natural to look at. But imagine even this also you substitute with fake flowers. It means everything in our entire life is fake. Okay, so it's not bad feng shui, okay, it's nothing to do with feng shui. It's just that the natural qi in our environment is no longer balanced, okay, because in the olden days everything is very balanced. You can just walk out of your room and you can take a deep breath, it's all fresh air. But nowadays you walk out of your house itself, you take a deep breath, you dare meh? Don't talk about fresh air lah. You scared later COVID lah. You have to wear masks lah. Exhaust fumes lah. Okay, like what we call the ashes from some forest fires burning lah. Okay, all these things is happening in our world now, you know, and it's only getting worse. It won't get any better. All right. So therefore, a lot of things that we do or activations, we also have to, in a way, relate it to our modern world because our world have changed. We are living into an entirely new world now. And of course, after the whole pandemic, we are moving into entirely new norm. Okay, so things need to change in order for us to adapt. Can we use a singing bowl to clean negative energy? Yes, why not? I've just shared about it. You can use the singing bowl to actually clean negative energy. Okay, not to say clean. Singing bowl is more to disperse heavy energy. You want cleansing energy, to disperse it, to really push it away, you have to use a very, very high pitch bowl. All right, unless you have a very high pitch. But normally the high pitch, it comes either in tuning fork or the tingshas. Okay, so tingshas makes better cleansing element. All right, so thank you so much to all of you. Okay, looking forward to see, okay, right, most of you next weekend. All right, yeah, just in case I don't see you until next year, Happy New Year, okay, to all of you. And yeah, all right, have a great year ahead. Remember, how good you want your year to be, it all really depends on you. Okay, Feng Shui is supposed to be able to help us, okay, to help us, to usher us, to create opportunity, to make things easier for us. Bazi is supposed to show us the way, something for us to take precaution of, something to help us to take, to make strategies, okay, when we move ahead. But at the end of the day, it depends on us to make the move, to take the action. All right, so yeah, okay. You might not, okay, in a way, end, okay, the year very well. For some of us, probably this is a terrific year for you. For some of us, okay, it might not be that great of a year, okay. But remember, we can all start all over again, okay. The new year is about to come, okay, right. We might not have the greatest ending, but we can always, in a way, prepare for the best beginning. So here, wishing all of you, okay, the best of 2023. Always remember, make it your best year ever. Okay, hi, Elena, thank you so much. Happy New Year. Okay, right, Linda, Happy New Year. Karen Chia, just now I saw also Shirley Cheong there. Okay, Happy New Year. Thank you so much. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you, okay, right before, okay, the New Year. If not, okay, I will see you next year. Bye-bye. Good night.